All right, good morning, everybody. John Chester, operations for the Shelly incident. I just want to start out this morning by having folks, if you haven't already heard or noticed, the evacuation orders and warnings have been reduced. And for that specific information on the zones, please go to the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office or Siskiyou County OES to gather that information and see what the new zone orders and warnings look like. So they have been reduced, and that's specifically due to the fact that we have made a tremendous amount of progress on the incident, which we'll start talking about now. So work continues. We're doing a lot of cleanup and just reorganizing the contingency group up there where they've been doing the work off of the Scott River Road out towards Lovers Camp. The work that we had been doing, the vegetation management removal along what we were going to have as contingency control lines, they're continuing to work up in that area, continue to stockpile and get that those fuels that they had cut and removed positioned so that we can come in there and chip them and just clean that area up really well. Coming down around to the south side on the Sawyer's Bar Road, the work continues along Sawyer's Bar Road to the north with that chipping, masticating, and pulling those the vegetation off the side of the hill there. Just kind of continuing to strengthen and buffer that in the event that something may occur in the future along that road. So they're doing a lot of good work there. Coming back up to the fire, coming along where the slop over in the Mill Creek drainage between off the ridge between Patterson and Mill Creek where it slopped over there. A tremendous amount of effort has gone into there. We had 2 days of really good testing by the wind up there, and from that area, moving towards the east along the Taylor Divide is what you see, or what's up on the map here, but Alpha, Bravo, and into Charlie Delta, a tremendous amount of work has gone into that. We've got really secure lines in there. They've got hose lines in there. They're continuing to work that in, reaching further depths off the edge, taking care of any trees that might be burning or snags that could fall and potentially roll out. But a lot of good focused effort going into there. Coming around into Division Delta, same thing, just continue to strengthen and buffer those lines, securing them up so that we are increasing the likelihood of anything squirting out of there towards the east. Coming down around into Delta Echo, the work continues into Echo, trying to come back up around where it came out of Patterson Creek and working its way down into Patterson Creek. Yesterday afternoon into evening, there was a lot of aircraft work going on, and predominantly we had a little increase of the more interior, or a little more interior off the lines, no threat to the lines, but we were trying to take care of that smoke and that extra heat that was coming up out of back into Patterson Creek in this area right in here. And so that work is going to continue today, making really good progress with dozers and hand crews. Really difficult terrain, again, and trying to continue that progression westward in this little bowl here that we got going on. There was a little bit of increased activity yesterday evening as well. Right off the Pacific Crest Trail, we had a little bit of growth in there, about 35 acres. But we were hitting that with the rotor wing aircraft as well, and that's one of our priorities today, is to really make sure that we can try to button that down and prevent any further progression in there. So small growth. So we're gonna take a really focused effort with the fixed wing or rotor wing aircraft for here and in here today. Coming around, coming out of 6 Mile Spike into the right fork of the North Fork of the Salmon River. We've got crews inserted into there. They're being supported by the mule train that we have here, or several mule trains, to give those guys the supplies and the equipment they need to stay in there and spike and have shorter turnaround times to make access. And so they're up there working this piece that comes down into the right fork of the North Fork of the Salmon there. So a tremendous amount of effort going into there. Coming on up around here to this C12, looking at opportunities to come in here and pick this up as direct as possible. Again, it's rough, rugged terrain, and just really trying to analyze and assess how we can best get folks in there and pick that piece up as direct as possible. Coming up around into Division Alpha, where they come out of where the trailhead hits the edge there in Kidder Creek, continuing to work south, making very good progress coming out of there, and to the north, going back up towards the the drop point 16. So that work is continuing. We're continuing to strengthen and buffer. Have 2 really strong windy days that our lines have held, and we expect that to continue. Got a high confidence in that. One other thing just of importance for folks is yesterday, just talking about the work that has gone in here, 2 really good days of just really getting after it, putting hose lays in there, and hard work. We did have a medical aid up in that area right there at the trailhead coming out of Kidder Creek to the Black's Edge, and required a hoist operation to pull that individual out, and then subsequently was taken to one of the local hospitals for treatment and care. But that's the kind of effort, heat exhaustion, exertion, dehydration, and so that was a kind of a trying moment there for a couple hours yesterday. From about 2 o'clock on, we had multiple priority medical emergencies that we were dealing with here on the incident, and so fortunately we have the capabilities with the guard hoist ship that was able to come in and get one of those guys out of there, and then we had another one down over here that required ambulance transport, and then air ambulance transport to another local hospital. So overall, outside of those 2 incidents, a very successful day, and so we're expecting more of the same today. And we also want to I just want to pass on, this will likely be my last update for you guys, and it's been a tremendous pleasure serving you guys, providing you with the information that we can, and we'll be introducing someone else on tonight's update. But also from the community, I really appreciate, and for the folks that are coming in off the line every day and seeing it, the thank you messages, and just letting our firefighters know, because they are doing a tremendous amount. And that's why I wanted to bring up those 2 medical emergencies. When we come off the lines and we see those thank you notes and those appreciations and the signs that you guys post, it means a lot to those folks that are out there every day, and the rugged, steep terrain, the intense heat that we've had here for the past week and a half or so, and all the effort that they're putting into things. So from the California Incident Management Team 12, part of the Shelly Command Group, we deeply appreciate your guys' notes and thoughts as we come in and out every day, and also with the Cal Fire Group that's been in here as well. So it doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate it. And from the Shelly Fire, thank you.